Hey everybody, it's MYM777 and I'm here to bring you guys a domination on grid gameplay. And the topic I'd like to discuss today is something that I've kind of, I guess, forgotten in my last couple commentaries, but a lot of you had actually wanted me to talk about this, and that's how I utilize my team and my teammates in particular to maximize both individual success and obviously team success. And right off the bat, I want to discuss something that may not seem as important as actual individual and team-oriented skill levels, but it has to do with kill streaks that your team ends up using. And the reason I feel that's important is because the reason you don't want everyone running, 8, 9, 11 is the same as you don't want everyone running 3, 4, 5. You want to have a good mix of things. So, you want a couple people running, UAV, counter UAV, and then whatever last kill streak, so that the enemy's radar is compromised pretty much the entire game. And then you want people running, Blackbird, Chopper Gunner, possibly even Dogs and Gunship, the higher kill streaks that can deal a lot more damage in a short amount of time than, just with your gun. And this is something that, you have to take ego out of the equation if you want to be able to do good as a team. You can't have everyone, being mad that they can't be, I guess, the home run hitter with the 8, 9, 11 or another variant of the high kill streaks, because, at least for our clan, we always want to win. Doesn't matter what we play or how any of us is doing, on an individual basis, we just want to win, and kill streaks are a big part of it. When I play with these guys, whether it's team deathmatch, domination, demolition, whatever it may be, we almost always have a UAV up from about 10, 20 seconds into the game till the end of the match. I mean, think of that. I mean, think of comparing it, when you're playing by yourself and with randoms who could really give a shit about winning and losing, pardon my swearing there, but to playing with people who all share the same goal. I mean, it really is just a matter of mentality and actually executing it. And a nice lag spike right there by the Broshan Moreno. But yeah, you guys got to be able to coordinate kill streaks. Who's going to run the low ones that, can keep a UAV up all game, and then who's going to run the ones that are more lethal in their what they deal out to the opponent. And that builds onto the next thing that, helps with team success, and that's utilizing every type of weapon, at least if it's possible to your advantage. You don't want to have 6 different snipers on your team if you're playing team deathmatch, domination, whatever it may be. I mean, you want to have a good mix of people that can cover both the short battles, medium range battles, and the long range battles. So it's always good to have, you don't always have to have it, obviously, but if you can have one really good sniper, that's all you really need. I mean, one guy set up back in your spawn or somewhere in the halfway point. Say if you're playing domination halfway between A or C, depending on what flag you have, and B, someone just picking off people from afar, leaving your machine gunners, your assault rifle users, whatever it may be, leaving them to clean up the rest of the short to medium range battles. I mean, that's something that you got to work on, is being able to complement each other's skills. Like, say for myself, I consider myself a good submachine gun and assault rifle user. I don't really consider myself that good of a sniper, at least not in Black Ops. So my best way to contribute to the team is obviously by using those that type of weapons. You're hardly ever going to see me running around with a light machine gun or sniper, just because it doesn't really suit my style of gameplay. And at least for me, I feel that to be really successful with those, you got to be more stationary than anything, and that's not my role with the team. I mean, in domination, I guess I could describe my role as hybrid of both capping flags and defending them. I mean, I'm not just running aimlessly between every uncapped flag and trying to cap it, but I'm also not just sitting back in our spawn, picking off people, hoping to hit the home run kill streak. I'm always moving about, capping flags, defending them, whatever it may be. And, you gotta take some time. You're not gonna have overnight success right away. I mean, even if you do, dominate really early on with a group of guys you start playing with, for the long run success, you got to be able to work together and know, who's going to do what, who's going to cover what flags, who's best at doing what. And I'll rewind that for you. I found that was pretty cool. Triple spray on the flag for plus 825, plus 925. But I digress. I mean, yeah, that's another aspect you got to take into when working together with your team. And I guess that branches into another thing that really helps with team success and also individual success if played right. And that's, knowing where your team is and using that information to your best ability. I mean, for example, right now I know about half my team is scattered over the CB combination. That means, well, at least I know because I trust them after playing with them for so long. That means I know that that area for the most part is covered. So that leaves me to cover this area, the A flag. And on a completely different, I guess, tangent, if you're by yourself in the enemy spawn, you're more than likely not going to be able to take on the entire team as they spawn. So what you want to be able to do is say, hey guys, they might be spawning around me, I might need some help here in a bit. Just do your best, pick off as many guys as you can, make the work easier on your team, because that's what it's going to end up being, whether it's clearing a flag of people or whatever. Just letting your teammates know, and that has to do with communication, obviously, and it really helps if everyone you play with has a mic. I mean, more often than not, I run with a team of 6, and everybody, for the most part, has a mic, and that really helps, whether it's, hey, I just got killed in the guard tower on firing range, or, hey, there's a guy camped up in the window on Villa, being able to call out positions and all that, not just your own, but enemy positions, it's a great contribution, because just because you died, you don't have to sacrifice your own teammate just because, you didn't call out a position, Take one for the team. You didn't know the guy was there, but you now know he's there, so let your teammates know so that they don't suffer the same fate as you, because, I mean, matches are, for the most part, are so close, at least in matchup of mercenaries rather than party players, that, one or two flag caps can be the difference, or at least a couple points in team deathmatch or whatever, So you want to utilize as many, team-oriented aspects that you can incorporate into your gameplay as possible, because, like I said, games can be so close that a little detail here or there can be the difference between winning and losing. And like I said, with my friends and clan members, that's what it boils down to, is do we pick up the W at the end? I mean, we're all pretty good individual players, but I can remember a couple times recently where, we won a domination match, but, pretty much all of us went negative. Not by a lot, obviously, but, like, we weren't having our best game in terms of gun skill. And right up, if I remember correctly, right about here is something that I was just talking about, and that's knowing where your teammates are. So I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to go back. All right. Just fast forward this. All right. We're going here. Right here. Even though we don't have C, I can see on the minimap that my team is all around BC area. So even though we just lost, I know my team's there. What does that tell me? Well, that they're obviously engaging people who just took C, and that the enemy is most likely going to be spawning back at A, even though we just took it and they took C. And you'll see me here. I mean, this is more just on instinct more than anything. I mean, I just turn around thinking, I think someone's coming here. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, I got lucky right there, but it also is partly, having game experience. And you see me here looking frantically for his dropped weapon. But I guess some people just don't drop weapons. But yeah, that's just a perfect example of, being able to process really quickly, okay, where are my teammates, where am I, and where are the enemies? And if you don't see any enemies, where are they most likely going to be? I mean, in one of my first videos, I said, you gotta be able to process these things really quickly, but as you play over time, it gets a lot easier, and you can make judgments, the right judgments, quicker. And right there, I get, well, I don't want to say get commando lunge, but that was a poor way to end my nice streak going there, right in the middle. I think I went on like a 20-something kill streak, but, again, you got to utilize that really a lot in your gameplay to be able to be successful. I mean, kill streaks, being able to balance them out with low ones and high ones. Middle ones I don't really see much use. I mean, napalm's pretty good on domination because, you can keep a flag clear for a good 10 seconds or however long it lasts. But otherwise, the kill streaks I would recommend as a team, if you're running the middle ones, that's fine. But otherwise, I like running UAV, counter UAV, care package just because, you can get a good roll of the dice and maybe get a higher kill streak. Blackbird for sure, it's my favorite kill streak. Chopper gunner, just because it's really good, and dogs if it's on a smaller map, because that means the enemy has less opportunity to hide and whatnot. But yeah, the game's about wrapping up. And then a stupid death here. I knew the guy was there because the announcer just said that they capped it. I stunned it knowing this, and I still died. It was bad on my part. But yeah, I finished 47 and 15 with both 7 captures and defends. Felt like this was a better gameplay to watch. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Take care, everybody.